Well, what are your thoughts on the WoW token? Yes or no in adding it?
So the way that, like, correct me if I'm wrong, because I've actually not really used the WoW token system ever. You pay money for WoW token, you put it on the auction house, and it just gives you gold, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it
So
basically becomes like a store of value. You can exchange it for game time, basically.
and
I'm
it
not
goes
sure. Is
and
it
it
like
goes the
30
price.
days game time? I think something like
Yeah, I
that.
think it's 30 days game time. You buy it, and then you can exchange it to a player for something, or give it to them for gold. Uh, you give it to auction house or whatever, and the price of it goes up and down based on the number of coins, I believe. So it's like stonks.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know that China has the classic one.
Yeah. China already has WoW tokens. I think
China has
I
WoW
saw it
tokens
on
in
Wowhead.
classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, China has WoW tokens in classic because I don't think it's illegal to sell gold there or something. I don't know if there's like some law or whatever, but you definitely want to operate in China as a big business because they actually bring a lot of money, and that's one of the reasons that there's so many people on the Chinese servers that are so rich, right? You can actually spend your,
yeah,
like,
the
money
noobs
too.
the noobs run with 5,000 Gressels hungering coals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was just, which is actually like a really interesting point, because like for me, I don't really like WoW tokens, but I think that it makes it a little bit like pay to win kind of thing if you do feel like there's a I think for Blizzard it helps them with like it increases your profits, and it means you don't have to care about gold buyers and sellers, right? You kind of just do that yourself. In fact, it's just like you make it so other people can't make money off of your game, so you only care about gold buyers and you don't have to care about sellers anymore, and the buyers just buy your thing. So I think it totally fixes that, but I just don't like the idea that spending a lot of money can just get you ahead. Which really hot take from someone in my chat the other day that still sticks with me is they were like, I know people aren't going to agree with this, but my philosophy is if you're rich in real life, you deserve to be rich in the game. And I was like,
Huh. That's an interesting take.
They were like, yeah, if I'm rich in real life and I've worked hard and I like have all this money, I should be able to like have to spend less time than other people because I've already put time in other places. And I was like, really? And it's like, because money's supposed to represent, and when you're rich, it's supposed to be representative of you've done something for people, or you've contributed in some way, shape, or form. Not always the case, but that's what money is supposed to indicate, is your services are good. And they were like, yeah, if I'm rich in real life, I deserve to be rich in game. And I was like, I understand that like at a base part of me says like I wish games are equal, and I think that's the beauty of games, is you're on equal footing.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's not like a hard rule for games. That's my rule for how I want games to be. Because there's pay to win in like China and all those places. I've played some pay to win games myself. I've never paid for them, but it's like there are people who play those games.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean, the
roll all the time, right?
GDKPs come from Korea. At the start, GDKPs are the main form of loot system in Korean MMO RPGs. They are the guys that really took forward and started the whole GDKP movement. Really, it's interesting. It seems in Asian countries, it's more predominant, the whole gold for items thing.
Yeah, well, a lot more. God, but yeah, for WoW tokens, I think they solve a problem and they make it more accessible. And I don't like it when it becomes overwhelming, but if it's an option, I think it's a good option. So like, I don't like them, but I think that the game is better with them.
In EverQuest, tokens are completely normal. So tokens are completely normal. And honestly, it hasn't ruined the game. There's a lot of doom talk when people say WoW tokens are going to destroy everything in the world. But I've experienced it in EverQuest where it didn't really destroy the world. All it really did was that instead of people keeping their money in lotuses or keeping their income in something else, they swapped to whatever the token was as the store of value, because the token seemed to inflate with the age of the servers. So, and for people that don't know, WoW Classic is being run by the same person that ran EverQuest at this moment of time. So Holly Longdale actually was the lead for EverQuest. And this is why we're seeing a lot of changes that are copying over to WoW. So progression servers are being called progression servers. EverQuest did that a few years ago already. I played on the most popular EverQuest Classic server. I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, and they did at this stage. WoW is just copying a lot of things just straight off the Holly Longdale EverQuest playbook. And so I honestly, I think WoW tokens are inevitable. I think they're gonna put them in. I think it's not gonna be as big a deal as people think. People think it's all doom, but I think it's not gonna. It will be some inflation, but I don't think it's like the end of the world like some people seem to think it is.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like I said, I don't like them, but I do think the game is better with them because I think it solves some of the problems without introducing too many more, and it just makes the company have more money. And I'm a fan of like giving a company money if they are like a company that I want to support that has a good game, right?
Yeah.
Like,
well, I mean, the
that's
side
what
note
I'm
as well is that it's core already a lot of it is already introduced into the game through GDKPs and such. So at this point, we've already I feel like we already have like 90% of the bad side effects of the WoW token through GDKPs and everything else. So I don't
True.
I don't really love the WoW token. I don't feel like we have 90% of the bad sides. We must as well just have the WoW token at this point. It's not gonna kill the game.
I actually agree. Like, I just
don't like it. Yeah, it feels bad, right? It's just that it feels bad, but
yeah. It feels bad, but it's not. You know, it's like